Hi, you guys, and welcome to another episode of Breakthrough with me, your host, Tess Timmons. It's great to be talking with you today. I am in the heart of Paris at a morning Monday commute. Right now, I'm walking through a little mini park. It's actually a dog park, which is divine. And I just wanted to talk to you about my experience here. So, I've been here for only 4 days. I've been very excited to come here. I've watched other people's YouTubes about this place. I have, um, you know, read about this place, watched movies about this place. I watch a lot of French TV shows. So it's really nice to be here. It is Monday morning. I've been walking around since about 6 o'clock. For the 4 days that I've been here, one thing I've noticed is at like 5 a.m., it is completely silent in the residential neighborhoods where my quaint hotel is, and you can hear birds chirping. Even some of the vehicles and garbage trucks have an eco component to them, so it's very quiet. Like, I can't find this in San Francisco. I can't find that in New York City. So that's really like pretty exciting to me. Some takeaways from Paris. I think uh, I've enjoyed seeing more of the tourist stuff. Like the Louvre was great. I did a bus tour. I did a dinner cruise on the Seine River. I might be saying that wrong. That was really nice to learn about the history, to see all of the impactful buildings, filled with history and knowledge. But I would say, like, what I've enjoyed the most, well, the food is divine, and going to different restaurants is great. You can see some of that on my um, Instagram as well. But really just embracing like the life of Parisian people and really understanding like how life is here. Um, so one thing I've really enjoyed is their value of nature. So whether it be real trees or even fake flowers above a restaurant, it's beautiful, and they have found ways of like keeping a lot of trees, keeping a lot of plant life, hanging a lot of flowers above windows. Like, you can definitely see how San Francisco um was taking some information from here, right, with its settlers. And you can definitely obviously see how New Orleans was set up, built off of this component as well. So I'm a big nature lover. So coming into this city, I don't feel like it's a concrete jungle. I don't feel lost or immersed. I'm still immersed in nature, which feels really nice. Um, Another component that I've enjoyed is looking at the local neighborhoods. You can see a lot more like grocery stores, and so that's kind of nice to know, like that you're in a local area. Um, Even though there's some noise right now in the morning commute, that's a huge rail train that just drove by. It's still not even that loud. Um, when I was doing the Seine boat tour, Seine, I will research. I'm sorry. When I was doing the boat tour, we passed Notre Dame, and there was a huge poster that talked about the people who are refurbishing the building after the burn, right? And there was a large picture of the architects, of course, but also the electricians. Like, I really appreciate their value of the worker, their value of the everyday person, the values that everyone matters. Like, that's huge. So I have a lot of respect for that. Um, Other things that I've noticed are the the food is wonderful. So going to different restaurants, I would say, like, as an American, it's super easy. Unfortunately, maybe the French have had to just cave into our ignorance, but there's a lot of restaurants that have English menus. There's a lot of um, ways that you can, ask, parlez-vous anglais? But even if you're struggling with the language, it's really nice, désolé, to bonjour, to speak something, to try something. It's been very easy for me to go onto Google Translate, to read a caption out loud to them. I'm not having the robot speak for me. I'm still trying to speak. But I would say that once they see that I've tried, they are so friendly. I do not buy into this like French people are rude paradigm. Like that is not true. And maybe we need to remember that we all travel with our own energy and our experience. So that has not been my experience at all. I have found that people to be so kind, so warm, so friendly. Even from the plane ride here to the shops, it's just been great. Um, Other takeaways that I have are packing, right? I've been to Europe before. Also like Costa Rica not long ago. So I was very mindful to have less, right? Less is more, especially on this journey because I'm doing different types of travel as far as like plane, train, etc. So I brought one carry-on and one backpack. Backpack from Flag Nor Fail that my brother gave me for my birthday. It is amazing. This is not sponsored. It is an amazing piece of not only gym gear but travel gear. It's also waterproof. It's the best. But when I'm packing, like one thing I noticed in my quaint hotel, and all hotels are going to be different, right? But no Kleenex, but you can go to a little pharmacy around the way and just buy some. Not a lot of shampoo, just a little bit of towels, but these kind of things also make you think about like, how much do I need, right? How much do I really need? Do I need to wash my hair today? No, this is not washed, FYI. So it kind of like helps you to be mindful, right? But you might need to grab some extra products. But I would say that my friend and I who are traveling, it's been very easy to go to a pharmacy and grab a couple items. Plus, like, don't bring a lot. You can get your moisturizer here and it costs way less. And we already know that the quality of European products is higher, right? They don't allow all of the crap and poisons into their makeup products. That's something that my students and I have been not only discussing but writing to companies about for years. So yeah, you can totally do that. As far as packing, I'm re-wearing some different clothing, but definitely like in the morning, it's a bit cool. So I'll have a hoodie, I'll have a blazer to layer on, and then different people pack differently. My friend has curated different outfits for each day depending on what we're up to. I kind of look at here's a pair of pants and 3 different shirts I can wear with it, and then I can like rotate that around. So it just depends on how you pack, right? I would say a good thing to note in Paris is bring an umbrella because there is bouts of rain that happen, and it's refreshing, and it's a great way that like helps clean the city, right? This city smells fantastic. I don't know. But I think some of that is a contribution to the rain as well. So in the middle of the day, it might rain for 5 minutes. It might rain for 20 minutes. It might rain for less than 2 minutes. But just be adaptable to that. So I brought some scarves. You can have a cap on. You can have an umbrella. You can dip into a store for a minute until the rain ends. So all of those things are very helpful. It is a bit cooler, so even if the sun is out, it's still not that warm. Now, I used to live in Monterey, California, so I can adapt to that. But just keeping that in mind that you want to have some layers and understand that, it is a cooler climate here. So just watching the weather for that too, right? And what else? I just think that I'm here on vacation. I'm not having to work per se, but it is helpful to be here and kind of get that grasp of slowing down in life and taking a moment, smell the roses, have a cup of coffee, and just chill. So that has been really nice as well. I do recommend like staying in a hotel that's not near the Arc de Triomphe and all of that kind of stuff, because then you can actually breathe. So even though all of the tourist spots have been incredible, I would say um, just the everyday life is what I will be taking away from this place, and what I'm grateful to experience here is, yeah, the everyday life. So thank you so much for joining me. I will create a video on specifically what I packed so that you can see what different products were helpful. I brought 3 different pairs of shoes, etc. So I'll kind of talk about that as well. I would say like a Seine river cruise is a great idea. We went and had lunch inside the Eiffel Tower. That was really worth it. It was like a 3-course meal, and just gives you, again, that moment of not racing through and seeing something and checking it off the list, but actually sitting and being. And so I wasn't sure about that one, but actually I really enjoyed like sitting inside of the Eiffel Tower and having lunch. And then if you know the history behind the Eiffel Tower, really understanding the process of how it was built, the amount of architects, like 1,200 some architects that had to put all of this together, that uh, Eiffel himself was told, like, this is a terrible feat, stop doing this. So that power of endurance, right? And then what else is a good one? The Louvre was good. I would say going to see Mona Lisa was not my favorite. People kind of shove and push to get to the front. There are people who work at the museum that are limiting, like, all right, the 4 of you now go, so that people get the opportunity. But the shoving felt of that like a concert, trying to be in the front row and be noticed by the musician. And so, yeah, I was not impressed by that at all. Um, but what are some more things that I enjoyed? We did a bus history tour. That was nice. Oh, I really appreciated going up to Montmartre area and seeing the basilica, walking around those different shops, the bohemian lifestyle. You can go and see Moulin Rouge. Southeast of there, Carrette was um, a place that was told to me by Karen Britchick. They have amazing, I would definitely the best hot chocolate I've ever had in my life, to the point where I didn't order hot chocolate ever again here because I like it there so much. Um, and I had a beautiful salad there that was just gorgeous. I had potato salad, um, rolled meat and cheese. There's plenty of vegetarian and vegan food that you can also get here as well. But yeah, just the experience of walking those 2 districts was really nice. I really enjoyed that as well. And then I'm staying southwest of the Eiffel Tower, and that's where I'm wandering through this morning, and it's very quiet and lovely. I've been to a couple restaurants here as well. Amanie, I'll put all of those in the show notes as well. Um, that was a really nice restaurant, really funky bar. Great place to just have a cocktail if you want to. I took some afternoon naps and then finally went out to dinner on the last night, but mostly I was having beautiful breakfasts and nice lunches, late lunches, and not dinner because I was so busy like traveling and walking around, and then just mentally taking a rest in the evening. But that has been nice too. And then my final um, takeaway is, of course, the fashion, how people dress here, the care that they have for themselves is evident. And it was nice to, as an American, to be in a place where people are dressing better than pajama pants and hoodies all the time. It it's a reflection of the city. And hey, the men look gorgeous. It's an exterior face, right? That they're dressed up in a certain way, but it does help men hold this gentleman form, like it matters. It's sexy, right? And as far as like the women being dressed up, it's been very lovely as well. And not like dressed up like everyone's in a tuxedo suit or a dress. Yes, I brought dresses and I have been wearing them. But even if you're wearing pants and a shirt, how it's tucked in, how things are layered. And It makes sense too with the weather of why they're layering their clothes the way they are. But that care factor where everyone is put together, it's mindful here. Whether it's the clothing, whether it's the food, whether it's the placement of nature, it's very mindful. It's eco. It's loving. So if you've never been to Paris, I hope that you get here as soon as you can. If you are someone who has traveled to Paris before, let me know in the comments what you love about the city, places that you have been, recommendations of restaurants or things to see, street corners to peruse. And yeah, I'm so excited for you to come here. And thanks for listening to this vlog per se. And thanks for coming with me. All right. Have a great day. Bye.